Hello, hello. Hmm? Hello. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Hello. Good afternoon. I would like to tell everyone who is outside to come in because we're going to start. Keep the music. Thank you. Good afternoon once again. Hello. Are you together? Just wave. Great. You are welcome. Today we are going to enjoy millions because this house is House of Millionaires. If you are here and you are not a millionaire, you have to think twice because that is what AOG Rwanda is striving for. We are here because in 2030, we will be having 10,000 of social entrepreneurs. We'll be having a young Rwandan, the wealthiest person as a young person in this country, and that person will be a social entrepreneur. So, this is the kickoff, but also it is an inspiration to youth who are watching us on that TV, who are watching us on AfriFame, who are watching us on AOG Rwanda YouTube channel, and those one who are in the house. We have 5 entrepreneurs, but it's been a long journey for them, very good journey of learning. They all have business plan, they all have PowerPoint presentation, they all have good business idea, others they have good working idea, businesses. Some of them they already have millions and they have created jobs. They went through 12 weeks program and they have been in a week of boot camp preparing for this day. They want this million. However, this million is not going to be taken by 5 people, but still they will make millions. Even next week, we don't know. And some of them, they have already made millions, so they want to make millions and billions. So we have a very good panel of judges who are going to be with good faith and good attitude to the competitors. So we have music band and we have broadcasters here. So everyone in the room, give yourself a round of applause. My name is Mark Abel, by the way. I'm from AOG. I'm a BDA at AOG. So the agenda of today, we are going to introduce the criteria of competition, but also the welcoming remark from the CEO of AOG. Then the introduction of criteria. Judges will introduce themselves by the way we will present them even before. And then competition will start. 5 social entrepreneurs here will start pitching. After the pitching, judges will gather for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll be enjoying the music. After that, we will announce the winner, a millionaire, and then we will celebrate. However, we will still respect COVID rules. That's why we are doing social distancing. So, welcome everyone. I would like to welcome a man who is my mentor and inspired me, my journey since 2019. And I can say I'm going to become a millionaire because of his ideas and inspiration. He's the CEO of AOG, and after his welcoming remark, I will still help you to know what is going on. Welcome, Mr. Tony.
Mark, thank you so much for your introduction. Dear AOG community stakeholders and our friends, distinguished guests, both in the room and online, welcome to this event. Allow me to start with wishing all the stakeholders and friends of AOG a happy AOG 10th anniversary. It's on the 8th of May 2011 at 2 p.m., a day like this one, that AOG founding members held a meeting in a borrowed classroom not far from here, at the former Kigali Health Institute. It's actually below this hotel. On that day, 13 young Rwandan social entrepreneurs resolved to found an organization that has now marked 10 years of service to this country and the world. Congratulations to all members of AOG. Thanks to the 300 and more AOG volunteers, to the Queen's Young Leaders program that recognized our work internationally in 2015, to His Excellency Paul Kagame, who invested into this program the ever first big amount of money to unlock a UK-based social enterprise that partnered with us to start training the youth of Rwanda in social entrepreneurship, to Social Enterprise Academy International that gave us the ever big institutional grant, to the Queen's Commonwealth Trust that started investing in this organization back in 2019, to many more individuals who donated, and many other partners who have been with us on this journey. AOG has now supported more than 270 social entrepreneurs who, in return, created more than 700 jobs for youth and served more than 150,000 people in their respective local communities. Let me share with you an example of one of our very young social entrepreneurs to put some faces on the numbers I've just shared. Benjamin Gisa, apart from emerging as the only representative of Rwanda in the top 20 very young social entrepreneurs, recognized by Anzisha Award on the continent in the last year of 2020. He's now sitting on the MasterCard Foundation Alumni Committee in Rwanda, and he's among the judges today, thanks to his work with Castle Enterprise that promotes the growing and distribution of organic foods in this country. Youth unemployment is one of the greatest social problems of our times. COVID-19 pandemic has made the situation worse. And in Rwanda alone, according to the National Institute of Statistics of Rwanda, 1 in every 5 young people is unemployed, according to the last report by NISR of the last quarter of 2020. However, research has shown that young people can innovate, and when their innovations succeed, they tend to employ their peers. Therefore, at AOG, we have chosen to support young social entrepreneurs who, in return, give us promise that they will contribute to our goal of creating jobs for youth by youth through social entrepreneurs. In our Vision 2020, AOG believes that by the year 2030, Rwanda's most successful person will be a young social entrepreneur. We are achieving that through establishing district-based innovation hubs that provide skills training, affordable co-working spaces, consultancy, connections, and investment to the young people of Rwanda, especially in rural areas. We have 3 priorities moving forward: to establish innovation hubs in all 30 districts of our country, to develop our own digital learning management system, and finally, to raise scholarships for financially constrained young people who want to come to our program. You can choose to co-invest with AOG through investing $20,000, which would help us create a minimum of 40 jobs for youth per each district, which means we would end up creating more than 1,200 jobs in this country every year by establishing hubs across all the districts of the country. You can also invest in helping us to build our own digital learning management system, which would contribute to getting our programs to people in need, especially young people. Finally, you can contribute or co-invest with a young person $145 in a scholarship where the young person contributes $15 to prove their seriousness and commitment to the journey. Towards the end of my speech, I'd love to let you know that AOG's first hub is in Gasabo district, and we are opening the second one in Bugesera district before June this year. That means that before July of next year, AOG will have created at least 40 jobs for youth in Bugesera district, and through the same youth, in fact. Concluding, I'd like to thank the youthful AOG team for all the hard work put into everyday work at AOG. The example is this event. They're the ones who've been working hard on it, with me giving just ideas. And it's with the right reason, because I am slowly exiting to let the young people themselves do the job for and by themselves. I would also like to congratulate the top 5 contestants of today for working really, really hard to reach here. And before I conclude, I wish you good luck. Et que le meilleur gagne. Thank you.
Another round of applause to the Mr. CEO. Good. So now we are coming close to what to that million, and I would like to introduce judges. I will introduce them. They just rise up and then wave for the public. We have the founder and CEO of Just TV. His passion lies on creativity to develop content that drives community engagement and education by strengthening the Rwandan community and the culture. We all know him. He is a very famous man, Wilson Misago. Thank you, Wilson. He is one of our judges. We have a founder and president of Solid Africa, a non-profit that aims to preserve dignity and promote health equity for vulnerable patients in Rwanda Public Hospital. Welcome, Isabel Kamariza. Another one, he is a very young person, but a millionaire. He is a social entrepreneur, and he is inspiring the generation. He is a young social entrepreneur who is passionate about business development. He is co-founder and CEO of Castle Enterprise, where agricultural products are given value addition. His vision is to provide Rwandans job and employ thousands of people. Welcome, Mr. Jisa Benjamin. So, here there is criteria of today before our judge starts the work and the presentation begins. There is 30 marks because we are going to be working for 100 marks, where every judge will judge according to their view and their expertise, and then there will be summation of marks and discussion according to the judgment, then we announce the winner. Here there is criteria. First is about storytelling. Kubumva ikinyarwanda ukuntu uri butubwire inkuru yawe. And in that storytelling there is gestures. The second thing is confidence. Third is time management. The fourth, which is very crucial, is clear answers. So if you work well on that, that is 30 marks. The second, it is actually about the business. So the reason for this storytelling is because this is not the last competition you are in, and wherever you will compete with people, you will have to tell a good story. And we want you to tell us a good story with all of those criteria. And for the business, we would like to hear a need for your product or the business. That need, that means is a need for the market or for the community. Remember, we are social entrepreneurs. The second thing is product, service, and innovation. And the third is market competition, competitive advantage, and target customers. We all know that that is something which will help you to survive on the market, because it is not only about having the money, but something which the market will accept and pay for it, but also compete. As long as we are in the community where there is already some solutions which are kinda similar to what you are going to do. How competitive are you? Another criteria is impact and scalability plan. Impact, as we said, we are for social entrepreneurs. AOG is for social entrepreneurs. And for social entrepreneurs, that means there is impact in the community, which is health, job creations, and so on. We are going, our judges are going to give you your marks according also to the impact you are going to give to the community. Scalability, it's all about how business can grow. Because sometimes the idea is good, the business is good, but it won't go beyond the point of today. And we want people to become millionaires, and by 2030, we want a young, wealthiest person in this country to be taking a lead to the old generation. So the business might be scalable. That is another criteria. Financial visibility, I won't emphasize much on that, you understand it. And then team and capacity. Because if you are saying that you are going to do something like in a medical career, but there is no doctor, there is no nurse in your team, I don't know how you have capacity to save health, to save life of people. So there is this capacity of the team. You are competing for 1 million, and we'll tell the judge what is your plan for this 1 million. That is clear. So the criteria are clear, and the judges are with good faith. We are going to welcome our first social entrepreneur to begin the competition. Yes. Sana? Santec. Cool. Santec, for a bit of introduction about them, they are bringing up technological support for people who are organizing events and other things to register and collect data for their visitors or their attendants. However, they also do software development for the community solutions. Welcome, Santec Technology.
Good afternoon. I am Claudine Ingenzi, the founder and finance officer at Santec Limited. Do you know that nobody should withhold or confiscate your ID before or after entering any institution anymore? This is possible with Santec's EVS system. Then why EVS? When I was at university, my friend Kerry has missed a scholarship due to the lost ID. And my classmate Epa unnecessarily spent 10,100 francs in transport to correct back his ID. Person-to-person interaction and time consumption during registration at entrances have been an issue during many more years ago. But now it is going to become a story because of this EVS system. In the current meeting entitled Africa Youth Expert Series, the Honorable Minister Paula Ingabire, the Minister of ICT and Innovation, has told the youth that we no longer need to continue to be mere technology consumers, but producers of technology for others and us also. This is a motivation behind our continuation of the journey of bringing EVS solution to the solution of digital and a fast and time saving of attendance management. EVS system is a system that is going to come to be a solution to those issues of time management and loss of IDs at the gate, as the AOG's entrance can testify this. EVS system is a product that have 2 versions, and now the version 1, EVS1, is on market. The EVS1 has the capability to scan ID in less than 1 minute. It extracts and stores data like names, ID number, phone number. It has software that analyzes data and generates reports in real time. While the version 2 of EVS system, it is still in manufacturing process, where we are combining the EVS version 1 with the fingerprint for staff, face recognition where it have a camera to capture the visitors, and the radio frequency identification technology for students. The demo is in identifying how the system works. First of all, I want to tell you that no one should enter the system without the light. That's why they have to log in. After logging in, the system requires the visitor to tap the ID as you have sent, and then it starts scanning the ID. It requires you to enter the phone number, and automatically in a short time, all records like phone name, ID number, the date of issue when the ID have been produced is all displayed and through the database. When the visitor quits, she come or he back and scan also the ID, then you check the visitor is exited as you see. Now, this is help us to see who are in, who are out, who left, who come in. And it will also have different parts as we deal with the customer and hear about their needs. Also, as I said, it generates reports. And the reports are generated due to your interval of time that you choose. The reports generated can also be in any generation or any format. It can be PDF, it can be Excel, but now we have used a generated PDF document. EVS system has a big market where we are targeting schools, hotels, and other institutions. And our market is growing due to different reasons, but the most of the future is digital. And by now, from 2019's report of NISR has shown that only 29% of the GDP is the contribution of ICT innovation. That has pushed us to make hard so that EVS is going to be on market. Also, pandemics, including COVID, has shown that data is a crucial thing needed by all people. And this system has ability to help the institutions to mention and to know their real customers and to maintain the health measures. We are not only the players in this game because we have some competitors, and our specification is that Santec Limited is providing a Made in Rwanda, the Made in Rwanda government's policy, and we are combining technologies to answer the customer's needs. Also, we have reasonable prices, and we record violators recording. To achieve or to reach our customers, we spend a journey from shipping raw materials. We assemble them and program the devices. We attract the market, and then we deliver the software with hardware as well. We earn money from the installation of that software, the hardware delivery, the subscription from the services that we give to our customers, event organization, and the product-related services, even the trainings. Currently, we have employed 8 young engineers, and we have raised capital of 3 to 8 million Rwandan francs raised in CD capital since October of 2019 to April of 2021. And we have earned 800,000 Rwandan francs that are coming in sales of this May 2021 of EVS version 1. We are targeting by 2022 June to employ 4 more young engineers, so we'll be having 12 employees working on only EVS system, and raise a capital of 10 million in total by June 2022, as we'll be selling the first version of EVS on 256,000 Rwandan francs, and version 2 for 750,000 Rwandan francs, that will give us an income of 18 million Rwandan francs. By now, they are smiling faces from our system. 300 visitors are smiling by May 2021 because of the IDs are no longer lost. By 2025, we want to have 100,000 smiling faces of visitors and serving 30 hotels, 1,500 universities and schools, and 600 institutions in general will be served by e-visitor system. We have different partners and clients, but these are the special ones and the key partners that we have by now. These people have been with us since the beginning of this journey, from the ideation to the market attraction, and we are working with them. As we have mentioned, AOG is the first which have helped us in business communication. Neruda and UARA have been with us in ideation, and GIZ Rwanda is supporting us in the program called the Starter Factory. The team behind this e-visitors development have 7 engineers. Me, Claudine, here as the co-founder and finance officer. I've got skills from Ingenzi Programme of communication skills that transformed me into a social entrepreneur, and got also courses from African Management Institute for management skills. And we have Giovanni's embedded system developer who work on the embedded system by assembling electronic and maintaining of devices while the manufacturing process. The 4 software developers are behind the building of that system that run e-visitor system. And we have the managing director, of course, Shema Pacific, who is also the IT consultant of all those activities. As we get a chance to win this 1 million, we are going to invest 900,000 in manufacturing activities, buying raw materials, and then assembling them to reach the market. We will also invest 100,000 Rwandan francs in marketing activities for reaching as more as customers as we can. This is not all about Santec Limited. We are a big company that provides different services. You can reach us through any of those addresses. Thank you so much. By the way, I welcome any question and an idea.
I think we can all agree on that we can see how passionate you are. I have few questions. The first one being, I understand your need of people losing their ID, but also what I've seen is that since the pandemic and COVID-19, most of the institutions don't take your ID anymore because of they don't want you to touch it, and they touch it and they stay with it. So I was wondering if it's still needed, and why a company would pay for your service if either way they can still use a pen and just write it. That was my first question. My second question being, who owns the data? Now as a consumer, you see when you write it on a paper and those books, I know for sure that, except if I'm missing, I've stolen something, I've lost my ID or something, nobody actually goes and look into my data. So having my data stored somewhere, when somebody can put it up at any moment, as a consumer, I'm a little bit skeptic to know who owns my data and what would they do with my data. That was my second question. And then my third question is you said that then they can do reports from the data. You said when you send the system as a client, as a company now, as an institution, then I can use the data to do reports, to know who's there, who's not there, but then how long do they store the data? How long are those reports made for? And then my fourth question, which is my last one, is when it comes to manufacturing, you said the 900,000 will be used to manufacture bio material, and I was just curious to know with those 900,000, will you be able to produce one of those small machines? And if yes, how many? I don't know how you call them, but yes. And I think that's all for me.
May I start answering? Thank you so much. The first question was, you were wondering if the system is still needed. Of course you say they use pen writing. Imagine you have come as 20 and you, by the way, in our human being raped or something like that is usual, yes. And then you find there is a queue of 100 people still waiting for the guy on the gate to write him. He can't pass without being written. But you have seen, it costs only like 30 seconds to be registered with e-Vista system. The institution needs this system, first of all, for generating fast services. And also, as we said, we generate different services from this system. You can use it even to register your materials, as we have equipment registration part in the system. And also, decoding data in a way they are not easily lost. My friend, look at if this paper accidentally it is broken by water or fire. And still, the reason why you are taking data is because you need it in the data time. So it is best way to keep the data so that you have a hope to find your data anytime you need it. The second question. Okay. First of all, there is a server owned by Santec Limited, but there is also a right to the customer to have his own server so that he can keep the data. And this is also the right that we are approaching Rwanda Information Security Agency, RISA, to give us application program interface, API, to protect the data of our customers. And the third question was about the request I have made. We are generating e-Vistas version 1, and if we get 900,000 Rwandan francs, we can afford to ship the materials that can make 4. Yes, e-Vistas version 1, and that can afford materials to make, it can make 4 e-Vistas version 1, and can make 2 e-Vistas version 2. So, can you please remind me the question?
The last thing was just about the reports. How long if you create a report, how long did you store them? And also how big is your server? Because if you keep now storing all those data, what is your capacity? Depending on how you grow your client, would you be as Santec able to take all those data? As I know you said that every client can own their own server, but if they don't want to, or if it's too costly, will you be able, as a company, to have the capacity of owning all those data?
Yes, we have the capacity of owning the data, and the report you can find the report after even 1 year. And the report is generated in a way you can go, I've shown in the demo there is a calendar down, from to. Then you find data made from May to June. I need the people who traversed here from May to June only. I need people who visited from January to June only. Yeah.
Thank you. I have one question about the priorities. What is your priorities for the next 5 years?
Okay. Our first priority in the next 5 years is to see the technology winning the market of Rwanda and the technology made by Rwandans. The second one is to see the young engineers, especially from my side, software engineers, IT engineers, having job from the e-Vista system. And the third the third priority is to see my clients being happy to get the service of different services that can be generated from this system.
Thank you so much. As it was said, it was really seen that you're passionate about technology, which is really amazing. And I like the point that you made, that the future is digital, which is very clear with the government's future vision, that they want to transform the country into a digitalized country. And you talked about the GDP of 29 being the contribution of technology in the current state, and the data collection and the pandemic. But I was curious about the market, your competitive advantage, with regards to you talked about the EVS second version, like EVS 2, and you said that it would be 750 Rwandan francs from the EVS one, which was 250. Did you consider the current earning capacity of the Rwandan? And I was curious about the input. You talked that there would be added face recognition and a fingerprint. And the difference between these two versions is 500, which is almost like triple the current cost of the EVS one. How will you be able to convince the person who have this machine with the fingerprint machine that takes the records for maybe the employees, or even the face recognition? How will you be able to convince that person to give up with this machine and the other fingerprint to buy your machine at 750 Rwandan francs? Yep.
Thank you so much. As I mentioned, with the eVistas version 2, have 4 technologies, including the version 1, which is only the scanner that scan IDs and other cards that have barcodes. We shall also add fingerprint, radio frequency identification technology, RFID, and the face recognition. We have visited different institutions, and some of them are the ones who have requested us. You see, we have one system for the students. We have one system for the employees. We have another system for the staffs. We have the other system for the visitors. How can you help us to identify, to separate the systems and use them at once? Okay, we have said we can manage by combining them and help the institution not to buy one for the visitors, one for the stock, one for the employees, one for the staff, one for the students when there is a university or a school, but combine a technology in a single device that can stand on the gate, and it will be a standalone, no longer connected on the computer. So it needs many efforts and the materials that are strong to be held as a standalone device, where there is no need to connect on a computer, and where there is no need of someone to always be there for controlling. So I hope our customers are going to understand that those technologies, we're also consuming them in different ways. They were always buying a book every 2 months buying a book. They were always providing system for employees alone, for students and for what? But now they're going to have a single device that can perform different operations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks to Santec Technology and the next competitor, you just tell them what you want to have for your dinner or lunch, and then they deliver it to you. That means you just send them a menu, and then they deliver you a delicious food. Welcome, Kevin from Kevin Catering.
Thank you. My name is Kevin Omunda. I'm the Managing Director and founder at Kev Catering. Vision 2020 was about what we need to do to survive and to regain our dignity. But Vision 2050 has to be about the future we choose because we can and we deserve it. Said by His Excellency Paul Kagame when he was introducing Vision 2050. No one should dictate you on what to eat, where to eat, and when. In Kev Catering, we are giving you the right to design your own menu, to decide the delivery point, delivery time, and also the time you need to consume it. In a group of 10 women, 7 are unemployed. By the year 2030, Kev Catering will ensure great professional service delivery and a decrease of 97% of women unemployment in urban. 66% of women in Kigali City are unemployed, yet for male it's only 34%. This means that the number of unemployed women in Kigali City doubles the number of unemployed men. Kev Catering is here to work with unemployed women in different regions of Kigali City by giving them access on our platforms where they'll be able to manage and to deliver food to people around them. First of all, let's talk about the woman you can see here. It's one of our representatives who is called Cynthia. She lives in Kanombe, that's in Kigali City, Kichichio district. She lives near the hospital, the military hospital, and as far as COVID-19 is concerned, catering is the only way that can be used to reduce crowdings in restaurants. The patients at the hospital need diet. And also, military officers and doctors, they need to be served good food. Small and medium enterprises business owners always want to spend time interacting with their customers and also supervising instead of taking much time to go for lunch or dinner or even breakfast. They need to. That's why our representative, together with the team of Kev Catering, will be helping you to serve you the food where you are and whenever you want. And also you'll be getting the chance to design your own menu as you want. We have many competitors, and they are all available on the market, and it's easy to find them. Because we have small shortage of capital, we cannot be found on social medias. Even our workspace doesn't look professional. Though we are giving you the right to design what you want and how you want it. By time efficient, we are working near your place. It will be taking a few minutes to deliver what you want, and also the cost will decrease, which are the advantages we have on our competitors. Currently, we have 2 companies that we are working with. One is Untitled Limited, and you are the University of London. Our target customers are people on dieting, events and parties, people who live in ghetto, and companies and institutions. This is how we generate our income. By selling lunch, lunch contributes 40% of our income. By delivering food and beverage to different events, that generates 30% of our income. Breakfast generates 20% of our income. And serving dinner generates 10% of our income. Financially, we are growing. From May to July in 2020, we didn't have much capital. And also the income was low. But as you can see, on that pink point there, our income has increased till to April 2021. This was the record from May to April 2021. Allow me to take you through our journey. In the first 3 months, we started small and with targeting a small group of people. But after starting to operate, we realized that we have potential and we'll be able to serve many people as other consumers were increasing. That time we started to market. Our main marketing is using door-to-door. We are going in offices door-to-door and asking them what they want, how do you want to be served, and that's what we're doing. And from then, from May this year, we are starting to look for partners. Those partners are representatives and investors. By representatives, let me talk about the agents or those unemployed women that I've been talking about. By the end of July, we want to be having 3 agents in all districts of Kigali City. And the number will be doubled every after 3 months. The resources that I've used in my presentations are from Labor Force Survey, results of November 2020, the documentation of Rwanda Vision 2050, and from my financial recording books. Our team is still small, but we are growing. I myself, I'm employed in my company, and I'm the managing director and founder. Andrew is the operation manager. Cynthia is the first representative that we have, the one I talked in, who lives in Kanombe, and we are still looking for more representatives as we are empowering women. If I get the chance to win 1 million, I'll use 33% in our operation, where we will be supporting our team, especially representatives. We will be training them on how we want food to be packaged, because we are here to conserve the environment again. We need to reuse, reduce, and also recycle things that can cause air pollution. The 67% will be used to increase our visibility. We are nowhere to be found on social medias. Our workspace is still small, and it cannot even accommodate people can get trainings. And we are using the 70% of 1 million to work on our workspace and also on our marketing. Unemployed women are our mothers, our sisters, our friends, our daughters, and us. I've shared my the Cave Catering company contacts. If you know someone who is unemployed, a woman who is unemployed, please, you can share the number. We are still working on our website, they will find us there. But currently, share the numbers, we are willing to help. Again, I will thank AOG team for giving us the chance to undergo Ingenzi Social Enterprise Program. And thank you for being here today. Yeah, I would welcome you to give me suggestions, ideas, and if there is any question, I'm ready to answer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I would say that it's a good idea. Is it an idea or you have already started?
I've already started.
You have already started.
February last year.
Okay. Okay, so you've talked about, I like the idea of delivery because of the current COVID period. It's more like now people are doing delivery more than ever before. And it shows the opportunity that lies there, that people can exploit more. And they have realized that. So you've talked about how you work with SMEs. I would love to understand more. How do you work with them? What do you contribute to their earning? And I would like to understand more about the impact created already. Yeah.
Thank you for the first question. As far as COVID-19 is concerned, we have limited time to work. Small and medium businesses are still struggling to get income and profit as, again, COVID-19 is concerned. As a business owner, I would rather spend time supervising my team and also interacting with my customers instead of taking a long journey to go for lunch. That will help them to save time, and as well, we all know time is money. If you are sitting here and someone gives you whatever you want to eat, and they will be the one to come and take the plates you have used, that's saving time. That's what we are helping them with. And again, when you are in the dining room with your manager, with your coworker, and you are eating together, that boosts teamwork. we'll be talking about things, how you can improve, and personal things that will build the team. Thank you. The second question.
The impact created.
The impact created so far, we are 3 women who are employed by Kev Catering, but we are still struggling because of the capital. But we plan to employ more than 100 by the end of 2030. The impact we are having, yes. They doesn't have to come to work with us. They will be representing us from where they are, which is reducing the cost of the hiring the place, and also the starting capital, because they are starting with what they already have at home.
Thank you, Kevin. So for me, I will ask a question and then I want you to answer so that it's easier. First of all, I just want to better understand your model. So if I understand it well, is that you hire women who are your representative, and they cook at their own homes. Like the one next to Kanombe, she will cook in her home. Yes?
Yes.
For whatever, I don't know, if it's for patient, how many meals, she will cook that for them and deliver them the meals.
Yes.
So now, as Kevin, how do you ensure the quality of your meals first? How do you ensure that it's clean, that she has done it well? And also, you said that you train them to cook. How long is that training? And do you go back to see how they do it?
Thank you. As you saw, we are still a small group, but I, myself, and my operation manager, we are the ones to go to supervise what our representatives are doing. One, Cynthia that I mentioned, she came to our place, we trained her. It's because clients need different things. We cannot train her on everything, but the basic the clients need. How do we, and the main thing that we want is the hygiene of our food, and how do we package them? How do we talk to our clients? How do you solve problems? Those are the basic things that we are first training with. Because we don't have the big workspace where people can come and go and undergo trainings, that's why our team is still even small. But if we get the chance to win and improve and work on our workspace, those criteria will be added, and we believe that AOG team will still support us to have the clear idea of how to train our people.
Yes, I do understand. My only maybe advice that I can give.
Already there, and then if we get a chance to win, we will be working on our budget and how to help them.
Thank you, Kevin. The next entrepreneur, he recently made a big win at IPRC of 2,500 euros, and he is manufacturing small agricultural machines. So welcome, Israel from Take a Doctor.
Thank you. Hello, I am Israel Enshuti, the founder and CEO at Take a Doctor. By the year 2050, every Rwandan farmer will be owning a farming machine. Take a Doctor is on a mission to bridge Rwandan high participation in agriculture with its low contribution to GDP. How? We are able and ready to make and manufacture small-sized agricultural tools and machines to help farmers adopt to mechanization and improve their farming techniques. Looking at the numbers and from the research we have made, and also from the source of RDB, our country is suitable for agriculture, where 61% of the country is suitable for agriculture, and this industry contributes 80%. I mean, this industry employs 80% of total Rwandan population. So the whole industry contributes 33% to GDP. Now, comparing the suitable land we have and the number of people employed in the sector and the contribution, there is a very big gap. Why not having 90 as a contribution? Or let's say 40, not 30. We cannot achieve this, yet farmers are still facing different challenges. So here are the key challenges. Farmers don't have access to agricultural mechanization. Farmers also don't have clear way of accessing advisory services. There are some of the work that doesn't need any mechanization, but needs just to know. Let's say if you are seeding maize, you need to know how many maize do I need to put in the hole. Or you also need to know where can I find the best inputs, where can I find the best fertilizers, where can I find the best seeds. With this traditional farming method farmers are still using, they don't consider precision. They are still doing precision farming, and this promotes standard farming. And at the end, farmers are facing labor hardship. It's time consuming, and it's empowering them with burdens instead of giving them a clear way of doing the activities without facing hardships. Now, we as tech adopter, after making research and analyzing all the challenges farmers are facing, we cannot tackle all the challenges, but we are in the right track. We came up with small-sized agricultural tools and machines. Looking at this machine, it's a small machine which is engine-powered. To make sure a farmer the movement of the machine is automatically controlled, but also a farmer is involved to be part of running that machine by just monitoring. This machine is all-in-one. It can be used as a seeding machine, but also before using it as a seeding machine, you first use it as a digging machine. As you can see, these are hoes ready for digging, and after digging, you remove that part of digging and then insert the one which has a container for seeding. So we are also providing information and training farmers to make sure farmers are educated. They know where to find the clear seeds. They know how to maintain these machines we give them, because even though we are giving them machines, some of them needs to know how to maintain them after use. How do you keep them safe? Because if you keep it unsafe, the guarantee is reduced. We don't only have that machine, because as I said, agriculture is wide. This is a manual seeding machine. It's the first product we came up with. This one is now different from the first one because it's totally manual, while the first one is somehow advanced. It's two-in-one machine with engine powered, but this one is completely driven by the farmer. Looking at this maize threshing machine, when we came up with this maize threshing machine, and after giving it to the farmers, we found that a work done by 10 people a day to thresh maize can be done with one machine a day. Let's say if one person is able to thresh maize 1 sack per day, this machine can thresh 1 sack per hour. So you can see how productive these machines are. We also, social enterprises, of course we have to define our customers. In general, they are farmers. We are targeting cooperatives because even our country is encouraging farmers to be in cooperatives so that they can easily access to means. We are targeting 55% of the cooperatives, and already we have started working with 2 cooperatives. Those are the ones who receive the trainings and machines. We also have middle farmers. These are the people who have small lands. They are not professionals. They only need to do agricultural activities once in a season, so they also have access to our machines. Within 10.4 millions of farmers, our target is to serve 4 millions within 10 years. Talking about how we generate income, I will use an example of the new machine we have, which is the trading one we have. So this machine costs, the purchase is $280 US, and we are planning to sell to 100 users per year, and also we want from this selling we'll generate 28,000 annual revenues, and of course we are sure that not all farmers can have financial able to purchase this machine. That's why we provide a renting option to make sure that one who don't have enough land to go through the whole season farming but needs 1 day's farming can also have access through renting, where this machine will be rented at $5 US. We have a very big number of people who will use the renting option, where we are targeting 2,300 farmers, and this option will generate 11,500 revenue per year. So at the end, we are going to generate 39,500 as the whole revenue from 2 options. We are not the only players in this game. There are those local manufacturers. These are the people before I came up with an idea of starting my own company, I once used them to see, because I had an idea, I told them I need this machine. They made it because my purpose was not to go and use it. I wanted to sell it. Taking it to the market, of course I needed my interest. So I decided if I continue going with these people, sometime I tell them I need this machine. They are going in research, and they are going to add cost on that. So I decided to come up with Tech Adopter with the team. I found a team, and then we reduced the cost by making our own machines. These people are there waiting for the request, and they are locally found. Their products can be adoptive, but they don't have this mindset of bringing customers into their daily activities. They do what you tell them to do, and sometimes it's not. They may make it the way you don't want it. So these big people, MTR and Maris, these are foreign companies who are making tractors. They already have their products here, but these products, due to their technology and the cost, they are not affordable for the farmers to afford. Like these MTRs and Maris, to be an operator, you need to have a driving license, which is costly. So for us, we are competing them with follow-up on farmers and making sure that our products are affordable and easy to use. We don't give away technology, but we make sure the technology is easy and adaptive to the farmers. We have already created impact. We started in 2019, and by now we have 63 farmers who are already using our products, and we have already trained 3 cooperatives who are 47, they have members of 47. We have trained them on how to use these machines because they are the ones we use during piloting phase, and we also direct them on where to link them with the seed suppliers and Minagri, who is like how they can find information on agriculture and advanced farming techniques. We also allow people to come and give their suggestions because we are in hardware, we are in manufacturing, we don't stick in agriculture. Someone can come and say, my machine has got this injury. We also provide that services, but mainly focusing on agriculture as Take a Doctor. So we have already given services to 30 plus clients. We have already generated income from the time we started. With our investment and the funds, we have generated $5,000 US, and this is the one helping us to learn our activities daily. And with IOM, not only investing in idea, they have also invested in capacity building, where they are going to provide trainings to 2 of our team in solid work design to make sure we have a team investment. We have been 250, and we have been in African German Entrepreneurship Academy, thanks to AOG for trusting us. We have been with them throughout 12 weeks, and plus the other week of boot camp. We have really experienced and shared with experience with fellow change makers. We have been also in Vestavera. All these are still monitoring us, and they are still keeping us in a good environment, connecting us to new market. Here there is an entire team in a uniform, as you can see, in our workshop. There is a team of technicians, and there is a finance guy who is a graduate from URA, because he's the one helping us to draft financial issues and documents, the designer, and I, who is the CEO, plus the entire team. Well, and we also have the chief of technicians, who has been in this manufacturing industry for about 5 years. So I'm going to take you through the process and the demo of how we do manufacturing and piloting phase. As you can see, this is in a workshop. We also give internships as a part of contributing to education. Those girls, as you see, we gave them industrial attachment. Now here we are testing the efficiency of the farmers and correcting feedback to make sure we are doing what farmers need, not what we need. So now we are here looking for 1 million. In Take a Doctor, every coin counts, because hardware needs more investment. If I have to take a bike and there is a way of working on food, I will do it to make sure that money of putting in, paying for the motor, I invested in Take a Doctor. That's why this million is a very big investment to us, and we are going to invest this money in product development. As I said, 75% will be invested in product development, because this is where we need more investment, and 25% will be invested in operating expenses. We need to update our machines, the production machines. We also need to equip our workshops. So this is how we are going to use this fund if we win. And Take a Doctor is a social enterprise. We are open to any further investment. If anyone of here is an investor, we have a very good equity. We are offering a very good equity. If you want to invest, you are welcome. For now, I would like to allow questions and any suggestions. Please, you are welcome.
Thank you so much, Israel. My question is about the promotion and branding. You said you will use 1 million to invest in product development, but I'd like to know, how do you promote your product, your machine, or your company?
That's a very good question. When we started, we had a website. And by now, because we are creating content, we also updating that website. We use website. And the reason why now it is not hosted, we are creating content for the farmers, because we said we also train farmers and direct them where to find the best inputs. So we are creating videos to put on our website so that one who access can also find information So website and social media is one of the channels we use, but also exhibitions. We make sure if there is an exhibition, we are working with Minister of Youth. We have already been given a chance to exhibit in one of the exhibitions which happened in Musanze. So that's another way of marketing ourselves. We also have the guy, we are still having a small team. The guy who is finance is also in charge of promoting our activities. So we also make flyers and other means of advertising our products. And by now we are thinking of using a USSD code where one can use that USSD code and get information about Take a Doctor products we have and the advisory services we give.
Yeah, I can suggest that, or advise that for your promotion, you can go by the village just to be your customers, because most of the people who are in agriculture are agriculture. So you can go back there and promote your product.
Yes, actually when we started, our workshop was in Musanze, but because we didn't have access to advanced workshop and we needed, manufacturing needs more investing in equipment. We decided to come in Kigali where we can find access to other advanced workshop. Right now we are working with IPRS Kigali. When we have others and they are beyond our capacity, we work with IPRC Kigali, they rent us the workshop, but still we have a connection with farmers in districts. As I said, we provide them trainings. To train them, we find them where they are. We first know where they are. That's why we are focusing on cooperatives, because we can easily know how many cooperatives are in this district and how can we reach them.
Yeah, thank you. The second question is, I'd like to know what is your expansion strategy?
Pardon?
Your expansion. How do you plan to expand?
Yeah, sure. Actually, the first target we have as Take a Doctor is to have our own equipped workshop, because we have a very skilled team, and we were lacking someone to a designer, but now from the trainings he received, now we have level 3 of solid worker design, which is a very big level. So now our plan is to have our own workshop, independent, because we are able and have a strong team. The only issue will be where can we find capital. But we have a team, we have our own, if we have a team and our own workshop, we can easily expand, because people like what we do. We have customers. Sometimes we even don't have ability to serve them. Like one of the cooperatives gave us 30 requests of maize threshing machines. So we had to work nights and nights to make sure we serve them. So we will empower the team, increase the number of team, as long as we have a very equipped workshop. The only thing is to empower the team, bring more people in the team.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Israel, for your presentation. So my first question is about that digging machine and seeding at the same time.
Yes.
Can you go on hills?
Yeah. Actually, the reason why I came up with this idea of engine-powered machine, it was due to the challenges we faced with this manual control. It wasn't easy to go in hilly area, because one can pull and get tired easily, yet we are fighting labor hardship also. So we decided and we came up with this one, which is engine powered. So because there is a handle for an operator, a farmer, this machine is the energy it uses from the engine. If it is somehow hilly, there is an external power from this engine which will help it to be driven in that hilly area. And of course, not all machine can work in this landscape of ours, because like in Musanze, it is still challenging. We have our focus, those areas where these machines can be used. Even now, those tractors can't be used in Musanze. So we have our point of interest, but also those people in Musanze, we provide them with other machines because they also face challenges.
So you have, like you said, power engine. I suppose you have to put fuel.
Yes, of course.
Okay. And how many of those have you said?
As I said, this machine, we are soon launching it. That's why we have already completed piloting phase. We have collected feedback. We know the efficiency of this machine, but we don't sell something we have not piloted to know how they will come in. Right now, 3 people have used it in their daily activities, but it was not sold to them. Because we keep, even if after winning this money, there are some of the things we are going to change. Like the size of that, like the size of this engine. Because it's heavy, and we found that there is another one which can be right, and it can make this machine not that heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be interested. Our organization also do farming.
Yeah.
We have around 24 hectares in 3 different places.
Yeah, sure.
So I think that will be a good idea. And also I wanted to ask about the guarantee. So for the machine you have sold, not this one, for those that you already have sold, how long do you give the guarantee for?
Because there is a standard for things manufactured in metals and copper, the standard of the general standard is that a machine made in those materials can survive, can live for 5 to 10 years. But for us, also grant a farmer 2 years of warranty to make sure if there is a technical break or something, we still maintain that machine within 2 years, because we are sure even if you leave it outside, it can last for 2 years. So we make sure we give you enough time of the guarantee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then my last question is that you said that 5,000 is what you have earned, or was it the capital you raised?
Yes.
So how much have you earned? Like what is your profit? You said you started in 2019.
Yes.
And you already worked with 63 farmers, 3 cooperatives. Like yearly, just your revenue, to give us an idea. Because you said you were also looking for an investor.
Yeah, sure.
So I want to know how profitable is your business.
Okay, now to answer your question, I will, I'm not going to ask you, but I will say, how are we surviving? If I say manufacturing needs more investment. As I said, we have a finance guy. This guy is very clever. He told us, if we earn and put in the pocket, we won't survive. So we are in a vesting period of 2 years. Starting from 2021, after seeing how COVID have disorganized things. Every earning, we don't use it. We invested in the materials. So it's like now, we are working for nothing, but we are seeing equipments whenever we earn. So I cannot clearly say we have earned this unless I show that our workshop is now advanced compared to how we started. Yeah.
In 1 year, that's how much you made. And I totally understand that you reinvest it. Maybe you take less of a salary. That I understand, and I think is commendable to grow a business. I just wanted to have an idea.
So, like in the 2021, before this COVID was a bit challenging, we have already ordered a machine of 2 million, a welding machine of 2 million. Before we even get the other grants. So we can say with 2019 to 2020, our capital, our earning was 2 million. Because we added some money, but that's how we earned in 2019 and 2020.
Thank you so much, Israel. I think that your idea is one of the ones because I'm also engaged in agriculture, when I see this, I'm like, wow. Yeah. So my comment before like the questions, I'm like, the presentation was really good and good pictures, the statistics, but I feel like if you would add more of the impact that can be created by using those machines, it would be very easy to convince judges, the investors. For instance, if you would show the productivity, you didn't talk about the impact in form of productivity. Like if the farmer used this machine, the productivity rose from like 600 grams to 800. It's one of the impact that you would start there. And in terms of money, like the farmer would earn from 300 to 500. All of those are the hydraulic metrics that you can use to show the impact of the machines. About my questions, I would talk about the scalability. That's where I had like confusion. I'm like, are you focusing more on developing new products or increasing the technology of the current one?
We are focusing on increasing the technology of the current ones.
So if you're focusing on increasing the technology of the current ones, do you have any certification like other standard?
Yes, as I said, one of our team is level 3 SolidWorks certified. And also, I say that we are receiving, IOM is going to provide us with 2 specialists, one in designing, another one in manufacturing. Those are the Rwanda diaspora in Germany. There are 2 people who are going to come. We have not yet set the dates because we need to prepare. But those are going also to build the capacity of the team. So with that certificates and the satisfactions, we are sure that everyone can believe on the capacity of the team.
Okay, that's great. That's a good answer. For the second question that I had, the target market that you showed us, if you can go there. Yeah, so you've talked about the 15% professional farmers. If I understood it well, the professional farmer, there are more of these farmers who farm on a large scale. They are more going to use these machines with high technology. Why did you decide to spend your time on these farmers? Because I feel like more of your target customers would be in the middle class farmers and the cooperatives more than even the professionals. Where do you find interest in the professional farmers?
Yeah, the reason why we have interest on these people, for them they have money and they can invest in those big machines because they don't have choice, they don't have options. Now if we are here, they are going out to compare. Why should I invest in that machine which is costly and there is a machine which is cheap and affordable? So now those are going, we don't even need to attract them. They are going to come to us because everyone likes money. You can't spend money on something costly, yet there is something that can do the same thing which is cheap. So we target them, but when we are marketing our things, our products, we focus on cooperatives and middle farmers because these are the people who don't have access to those machines. They don't also have choice because they don't, they say, okay, machines are there, but we cannot afford them. Now, if they find machines they can afford, they are going to come to us. And those who have money and can invest in those big machines, they are going to come to those machines which are cheap. So we also include them in our customer segment.
Last question about the rate. So about the rate, you said they rent the machine at 5.
Yeah.
So is it $5 per day, hectare? They used to count it.
It's per day.
A day?
Yeah.
Never mind the hectare.
No, we don't mind. Pardon? Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's it. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Like I said, among 10.4 millions of farmers, we are targeting 4 millions of farmers to be our users in 10 years. So this cannot be achieved if we are not financially equipped. So that's why I said we are open to investors with a good equity. We are working hard to attract investors in our social enterprise to make sure we hit the target of the target of serving 4 million in 10 years. So by now we have not yet found one, but we believe the more we keep on working, we are going to find more on board.
Investors, what they do. That's all. Share.
Yeah, sure. Actually, I will do excuse myself. As I said, sometimes it's challenging for someone with engineering background, but we have worked on that because, like, what I remember is that our financial growth is about 40%, which is from the selling point. So I'm sure with further more documents we have and the research, if someone is ready, we can take him through how we are going to use the investment, and the financial issues can be covered by the team. Thank you.
Wow. An engineer who can pitch in front of judge, who can speak publicly very well. It is amazing. Thanks to AOG and everyone who is watching us. We have had tech adopters. We had Santec Technologies and Cave Catering. And 2 businesses remaining so that we can close the presentation and then hear from judge's conclusion. The next social entrepreneur, she is going to help Rwandans get job. They are going to get job. But also, she's going to help employers to have sharpened employees. So, welcome to Fiona from Cora Plus.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Fiona Mkashema, and I'm the founder and managing director at Cora Plus. By the year 2030, every Rwandan youth will have access to an economic opportunity, and this is in the way of Rwanda's vision in 2050 to have a country with a high income. And this can only be done if there is a platform which is flexible, fast, and secured for youth to learn, gain skills, and to sell through, that's a way to earn, and then lead through getting to the global markets in their expertise. So here's the issue. 20.6% of Rwandan youth are unemployed, and 65% of the employed ones are underemployed. So there's young workers who are poor. That's so sad. And now only 5% of the employed ones only have quality skills in the talent pool. Here's what Cora Plus is doing. 1 is job creation to those ones who are unemployed and yet having skills. 2 is upskilling those youth who don't have enough and quality skills to join the market. And now we're also supplying talents to those institutions and businesses claiming to be having not qualified skills on the market. This is through data entry and analysis, information technology, digital marketing and brand management, and the technical writing, which ranks the most in the highly demanded skills at the workshop in Rwanda. Now here is our market analysis. Yes, 20.6% of Rwandan youth are employed. That's an advantage. 31.4% of Rwandan youth have access to internet. And now we have more than 47 career guidance centers and technology hubs in Rwanda. And this is our target. And now here is our market strategy. We'll be reaching them through social medias and general media, broadcasting agencies, press releases, and different other forms. And also introducing Core Plus to each and every career guidance program, career guidance hubs, tech clubs, information technology hubs, and all the knowledge hubs in Rwanda, and also through campaigns done either online and also face-to-face. And here is our financial viability prediction since we are an idea, though we are on the way to realization. Having our key expenses as simple as web design and management, annual hosting fees to the website, 2 staff salaries, and office equipment. And over what can be ways to which we can be generating our revenues are simply as facility fees to the users, membership plans to the institutions and businesses who get to have our talents on a recurring way, and also the training certificate fees to the youth who are joining Core Plus to be upskilled. And here is our financial viability prediction. As you can see, from July, which is our expected time to start, we'll be having a high expenses than the revenues and profit margin. This is because we'll be investing in the website design, we'll be investing in the hosting fees, we'll be investing in the salaries and the office equipment. But as you can see, ending in June next year, we'll be having a high revenues than the expenses, and the profit margin is really fair, which we hope to be the same in the next years. And we have competitors in the game. There is Umurava Work, Rockup, and Punda, to mention a few. All these are affordable to the youth, but if you go to Umurava Work, it's open to all, but it doesn't create space for youth to learn. And 2, it doesn't help youth to build their expertise and lead and go to the global market. And Rockup, if you're not a salesperson, you're not welcome to Rockup. Rwanda have many youth. They are learning a lot of skills, a variety of skills, but only Rockup goes for salespeople. Only salespeople going to be employed? Not really. Everyone has to have an access to economic opportunity. And Punda only goes for electricians, technicians, refrigerator technicians, and yet Core Plus welcomes data entry analysts, it welcomes IT people, it welcomes software developers, it welcomes technical writers, proofreaders, copywriters, it welcomes even almost all soft skills. And then you go to competency, that's our advantage, the same as social impact. We are creating space for youth to learn to the best, get skills, to earn, sell their skills, and then lead in their respective expertise. Get to track their skill setting and how they improve to get them reach the global market. And if you go to the potential partnerships and the client base, we have AOG, which we thank very much. It allowed us to go through Ingenzi Programme to get our business tools, to understand our idea, and go through other consultancy. Talent Match, K-Lab, Osamiti Lab, Fab Lab, and Harambe Rwanda, and Rich Career Services. Generally speaking, our potential partners are the tech clubs, knowledge hubs, and career centers in universities, so that we may be getting to reach out to the potential customers you want. Now we have milestones and tractions. It's so amazing, but this is an idea, but we have some milestones hit, and those ones yet to hit. In January, we managed to run the research and raise some funds through personal savings as a team. In March 2021, we managed to join Ingenzi Programme, as I mentioned, to get our business tools, to get the guidance and the consultancy, and we managed to introduce Core Plus to 3 potential partners. And by June 2021, we expect to have our website under construction and to raise awareness. And 2, we expect to have our office setting. And 4, we expect to have 4 confirmed partnerships, since we're having already 3 under discussion. By July, we expect to embark on the journey. We're so excited. By July, we expect to be having 50 active freelancers at Core Plus as we launch the platform. By October 2021, we expect to be having 120 active freelancers at Core Plus. I wish you to join. By the same date, we expect to be having 130 well-trained youth ready to sell out on the marketplace. And of course, we expect to introduce Core Plus to 5 more hubs and tech labs in Kigali. To mention about the team is, this is me, Fiona Mukashima. I'm the founder and the MD, and with 3 years of experience in business analyst, as a business analyst in brand and marketing strategies, and I'm pursuing my business administration at the university. The same as Vanessa Kamindi, she's also a freelancer. in the background of finance and accountancy. She's worked with the various organizations, both for profit and non-profit, in the last 3 years. The same as Johnson Karasanyi, he's an IT specialist and a web designer, and he has 2 years of experience after graduating at KIST in UR. So we're lucky, we have the guy who can do the website, you don't have to spend much. And now, if we get the $1,000, this is our plan. As simple as this. 1, website construction, $350, and of course the hosting. 2, office renting and equipment, $300, and lastly the salaries, $350, and makes up $1,000. So thank you for your kind attention. I'm welcoming everyone here. If you have a skill, welcome to Grabs Us. And plus, I welcome any question, input, challenge that can help me grow on. Thank you very much.
So thank you, Fiona. Thank you for your energy. I think everybody felt it. I was excited even before I understood the idea. But I do have some questions, and my first one being, I didn't really get your model of what you were going to do. And you say you're going to skill youth, more skills, so that they can have better jobs, upskills youth. But how are you going to do that? And you said business tools, but what business tool? And what is the material? Are you going to train them via your website? Are you going to do in-person training? How do you... Comment je peux dire ça? How do you... Okay, you see, my English, I just lost my English. How do you track the milestone? If I'm a company coming to you saying, so I need to create those, to fill those jobs, and I don't have somebody, will you be able to give me the people? Or I'm the one saying, I have somebody that I don't think is skilled enough? I just want to understand.
Thank you very much. With the point of upskilling, this won't be at the entry level. But what we'll be doing, we'll be acting as a bridge. If we go to technical writing, Masterclass makes it to be the first institution. So we'll be acting as a bridge to get free subscription from the Masterclass, good enough we're under discussion with their MD. And then we create it as, we have a room in Masterclass that train our aspiring writers. And then from there, they'll be gaining a good and satisfaction that can help us certify the market outside. The same as ITs will be joining Coursera, Udemy, and then we make a plan of courses that one has to go to be a certified and good IT person or data entry analyst, and the same as digital marketer. And the second question of an institution coming to us with job vacancies and wanting to fill the vacancies, we'll be having him a plan. We need to first understand him, and then we make a plan of the candidates we have. Because the additional value of us is that we'll be helping build platforms for our users. If a youth joins us, we'll be helping him, we'll be tracking his work and projects, and then we make him a portfolio. So that when the client comes, an institution, we bring him on the desk, let's say, 3 IT people, and then it shows him this. One knows this, and this is the CV. This one knows this, and this is the whole portfolio, so that he can be able to choose what he or she wants. Thank you.
Are you I understand those masterclass? I saw how much we spend in 1 million, and you are just an idea. Yes. Okay, so you're just an idea. You can have the salary, you can have the office space, and then you can have the website. And I think the website is to host it.
Yes,
that you are paying 300 because you have a guy to do that. Yeah, but maybe you can find it cheaper. But my question now is that how do you then give the material? How do you pay for those masterclass? I know Coursera have some free, but how do you then pay for those so that I'm sure that if I take a guy from you guys, he had
Sure. So the way we do is that we're under negotiations, and the deal is this: you will be giving us free access to your courses, and then after we'll be paying it through installments. And upskilling is not on the entry level. Of what is current, the entry level is youth who are now skilled and then miss space to sell their skills. And then maybe I didn't show the further projection. Then the further projection shows how we'll be now into sustained partnerships with Masterclass and the Coursera and the Charter Marketer, those people who can really who are globally recognized in different, sectors. If it's Chanta marketer, that's marketing and branding. If it is Coursera, we go to the IT. If it is masterclass, then we go to the technical writing. So upskilling of what is current, if we start in July, it's only on the entry level. The entry level will be targeting now the 20.6% of the unemployed youth who have skills. That's the point, maybe. I don't know if it is clear. It's not on the entry level. You just come, later,
Yeah, thank you so much. The presentation was so energetic, as she said, and it's really amazing. About the point of freelancers, you've talked about the platforms that you'll be creating for young people, like the Coursera, the masterclass, to make sure that they are certified employees. You've talked about the underemployed and unemployed youth. But then from the previous report that I read from NISR, they were saying like the current state of unemployment in Rwanda for youth is not more about creating new jobs, It's about upgrading or upskilling their capacity to produce more and to earn more from their products. So you've talked about giving the certificate to this youth, and I'm like, how would you make sure about the quality of these freelancers? Because, for instance, I'm glad that I use Coursera, and the bad thing about Coursera is that I may log in as Benjamin, but I have my friend who can do all the assignments, and I get 100%. How do you measure that quality of that freelancer? The other question is about you choosing the target market. You chose the unemployed and underemployed. And I'm like, through the underemployed, there is these current workers in different institutions. We all know that in our institutions, we have those key people that we're very sure that if they can get the skills to produce more, the institution would boom, would increase the productivity. And why didn't you focus on those? And instead you went to the unemployed. You didn't include them in the scope of the market. Why?
Starting by the first question is that acting as a bridge in our office will be having space. If we have 5 IT people following Python courses on Coursera, it will be projected and be having our staff supervising the class. And plus, we'll be having our personal test apart from what Coursera provides. And that's the thing. And then, yes, what is projected, yeah. On the upskilling level, we'll be having really to be strict to make sure if we're paying for you to get to a Coursera course, then we make sure you really understand the whole procedure, and then we also give you a test as personally, and we set standards on ourselves. And 2, targeting underemployment, what is defined on Investopedia is that there are youth, they have skills, but they're being in employment that don't fit their skills. Let's say someone is at the reception and yet he holds a BA in finances and he's at the reception. So I also mentioned 65% of unemployment is my target, because I want those people who are at the reception, being a finance person, to come and upskill himself on the finances and then join the pool. He may be gaining per hour, not being limited on time. He has enough time. He's also earning some money per hour. I don't know if I go well with your question. Is that a point?
I think it's okay as long as the person might work at the reception because she didn't get any other option to pursue the finance career, which I understand.
To his point, because you are just at the beginning,
yes.
It might be easier for you just to target one kind of thing and say, I'm going to start with that. And if I start with that, then I will see in the future. Then I will see in the future and then target other people. And I think as institutions and organizations, we do have a lack of skilled people. And that's something that is known. That if the people that you employ, then maybe they are not well paid. Because especially you take somebody and you realize that the CV is perfect. But when you employ the person, you're like,
That's true.
So I think maybe to the Benjamin point to see the suggestion, first to focus on that because those are already in a marketplace. And you have institutions that will be willing to say, I can give you my guide every time from 5 to 6, knowing that in 3 months you're going to come back better. Okay, I might want to give you money to do that.
That's true. Thank you.
Because some of us are desperate.
Definitely. Thank you. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, my competitor. Yeah. So, we are going to have the last business, and then judges will have 15 minutes to announce the winner. This business, they are operating in the Chile district, Eastern Province, and their goal is to make everyone shine in the outfits. But also, they are employing the youth. Ladies and gentlemen, help me to welcome Bernadine from Tesla Collection. Thank you.
Hello everyone, Bernadine Katesi, founder and creative director of Tesla Collections. Did you know that Kile district is becoming Rwanda's #1 destination for art and fashion thanks to Tesla Collections? So if to know how it started, this is how it started. After my high school in 2016, I spent 3 years unemployed, always asking for finances to cover all my basic needs. I also have some friends who experienced the same thing. Like my friend called Marina, who is a single mother, spent 2 years of unemployment before joining Tesla Collections. And also Rwanda recently reported that rural youth who are unemployed are on the rate of 36.3. And as you can see, this was the fake wealth conference that was promising get free money if they join the meeting. Consider effect. As a social entrepreneur, that's where the idea of starting the Tesla Collections came from. So the solution we are providing in the Tesla Collection, we are providing job opportunities to different youth who are talented. We are targeting talented youth. We are impacting their lives by providing them a working place, financial support, so that they can bring their ideas through the guidance and the mentorship that we provide, so that they can learn from their talents and innovate different products that will help them to gain something from the revenues that we make out of the sales. So the hand products that we have now are designed as open and closed shoes. We also do have printed t-shirts. We do have handbags. We do have crafted clothes. We do have decorations and carpets. All of them are from those talented youth we are impacting now. And so for now we are impacting 15 talented youth. They are the ones who bring those ideas, and we help them in designing and also in finding markets, and also by providing different guidance. We now have, like I mentioned at last point, we now have 8 handcrafted products so far. And also our projection for the next 9 years, we hope to employ, we hope to impact more than 15 youth, but to reach to 135 youth, because each year we will be hoping to impact 15, and also we want to have been or launched more than 71 handcrafted products. So this is our market growth. So we are targeting to have the regular from 2021 to 2030, in these 9 years. We are targeting to have monthly regular clients 30. No, we now have 30 monthly regular clients, but we are hoping in 9 years to come to impact to have more than that, and have to 20 and 70 monthly regular clients. And for now, we have 3 wholesalers who come to buy our products and go to the tailors or to sell them directly to their clients. And so we hope to have more than just 3 and have 27 of them. We also want to have more than just 3 contracted companies that we have now. We have a school and other 2 companies that we do employees uniforms. So we want to have more than just 3 and have 27 in 9 years to come. And also another thing I would like to mention is that we represented Kirehe district in Expo International 2020. They paid everything for us because they wanted us to have a bright future with the youth. And so, like we say, we are not the only ones in the game. We have competitors, but we are entering the market using reasonable prices, because we are not only targeting higher class, but we are targeting middle and lower class income earners. We also, our market niche, like I said in the last point, are not high class, but lower and middle class income earners. And so far, this is our financial summary. We started in last year, in November 2020. So, as you can see, the blue represents total incoming, and so that's from the sales or revenues. And also green represents closing balance, and then gray represents total outgoing. There is a color that is, okay. So as you can see, our accounting period divided into quotas, and we have 4 quotas. Then, as you can see on the second quarter, which we ended with this month, there on the second down there, that's when our business broke even. So it means that the third quarter that we started, we will be enjoying the profit. No, the green is closing balance. It's there. Yeah. So this is the team. All of the people you are seeing here are the ones who are experienced in the tailoring and shoemaking, and so they have over than 10 and to 4 and 5 years of experiences. And me as well, I have more skills in tailoring, in craft making products. I'm passionate about it. So we are the business coaches. We teach, we give trainings and help the other other impacted who are being impacted to learn more from us, then design those products we want to put out there in the market. And so the call to action is, if we get the chance to win 1 million, we'll be able to rent a new shopping store in Kigali. Like I said, to impact more youth, we need to reach our product to the market. But we cannot only remain in Kigali. We want to reach more people by opening a new store in Kigali so as to make more revenues that will help us in our daily activities. And also, we would like to spend 600,000 on opening our new store in Kigali. And also, we want to buy new shoe materials, which will cost 400,000, because we are receiving more orders of the shoes, yet we don't have enough capital to use producing them. We are now capable of producing more than 40 per month, but sometimes they become extra so that we don't find enough money to use. So, can you help me play the video? Can you help me? Yeah. So as you can see, these are the products we were able to put on the market, and also the youth who are being impacted in the process of making their ideas, put out their ideas. And something that I didn't talk about is that before they join us, the full time workers they have sure that what the corporate thing. Also, for now, we have these partners. Some help us by investing, by like pay and big companies help us in investing when we are facing financial or instability. And also, Ochire district also help us a lot. Like they took us in Expo 2020, and also Global Fashion help us also by giving us helping us to get materials of shopping. And AOG for trainings and random is also give us a lot of, they make a lot of orders more than other clients. So thank you so much. It's time for questions.
Thank you so much. You have great products.
Thank you.
So my first question is about the pricing. How's your pricing?
Okay, thank you so much. Like I said, we look for not materials that are not expensive, so that we can meet our market niche, which is low and middle class income earners. So our income, our pricing for this shoe is 25, but when you go out there to look for it on the market, you find it on 30. 30 or 35, but because we use the materials that are not expensive, but because we have well-educated shoemakers, they know how to use them and still have the beautiful product like as we see.
Okay, you are doing great, and you have already break even, so that means that you are making profit. So I'd like to know your expansion plan, and also you can share with us your promotion strategy, because you have good products, so you need to promote them.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. We would like to not only work in Kile district, but also be in other districts of Rwanda. So we hope to, in 20 years to come, want to have store in this district of this country, so as to reach more people and impact more youth. So on the promotion, we use especially social media. We give discounts to our loyal customers. We also use social influencers to put this on their platform so that people can know us. And also we do give gifts to our clients. That's what we are using for now. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kaitesi, for the presentation. I have a few of questions. First is about the uniqueness. What do you think is the uniqueness of your products? Because, yeah, they are really beautiful. They look great. But then, like, if you compare these products to some of your competitors, for instance, take K&Y. We all know there is that brand of the products they make that I can see the shoe and be like, that's made from K&Y. What is the uniqueness of your products? And this uniqueness goes with the fact that we have now a lot of, businesses that are focused on these handcrafts, and it requires you to have that unique USP to sell to people, so that they will be like, this is from T and T. I can see that this is your brand T and T. Yeah, what is that uniqueness? I will let you answer that, then go to the second question.
Okay, actually what people, we use that plan on the shoes that we make, on the cords or so that people can recognize it. Also, we make sure that we make people buy quality products. That's, so for people to recognize our products, we put the brand there.
Awesome. Thank you. So the other one is about the stuffs you're making. There are too many, like there are a lot. You've shown in the video, like there are a lot of shoes, there are a lot of clothes, there are those sofa wall supporters. And I'm like, do you have a certain type of product that you're focusing more on to build on, or you'll be developing all of them together? Because at some points, I'm saying this as a comment, at some points there is this fact that the distributed energy is less effective than the one on a certain product that you can develop and be like, when we see this type of shoe, which is really good, and I think you'll be having some of the clients in the audience, I'll be like, this is from Tesila. So do you have any certain product that you want to develop more, or you want to work on all of these products that you've shown us? The last one, sorry, to take this together, I'm not sure if you've shown us the plan of how you'll be using this 1M if you want to win it. You've already shown us? Okay, great. You can go with this one of the products. Are you going to focus on one or all of them together?
Okay, actually our products are divided into 3 parts. There is fashion, when it comes to clothes and shoes. Then there is our accessories to the necklaces and Yeah, and then there is decorations. So that we have different youth who are interested in all those things. They come and develop ideas according to the categories they are in. So that's where we want to focus more. We want to go with everyone, but in fashion, accessories, and decorations. Yeah, you can.
Yes, thank you, Kaitesi. When I was looking at your Instagram page, so where do you get the t-shirt from?
Okay, we get the t-shirts from Chantal. She sells them from town.
Okay, and how much do you sell the t-shirts?
7,000.
7,000.
Yes.
Okay, and for how long have you been selling the t-shirts?
Since last year in September.
Okay, and what is the feedback that you are having from your client?
Okay, they like them because they sometimes give us their design, the design that they want. So if we make it them perfectly, they say, wow, they are happy for what we did because we helped them to create.
And how about the quality of the t-shirt?
Oh, the quality, they are good. We know which one is good. We focus more on hippo. Hippo is great.
Okay, so if you wash them a lot, it won't.
Yeah, like for 1 year, it won't turn.
Okay. So I think my other question here kind of touched it, is that first to congratulate you because you already have sales and in millions. And as you were saying, I think it's a competitive market because many people want to go in that. So to be able to have those sales, I think is something that is commendable for you, Kaitesi. And I was just wondering, you've been doing that for 2 or 3 years?
No, we officially opened in November 12th last year, 2020. Yes.
Okay, so you
but
just
I started working from home.
From home. And what is your best-selling item?
My best-selling items are now shoes, t-shirts, and also the cordless kind of cordless. For now, they are on the high quantity than other ones. Because other ones are starting now.
You're just starting?
Yeah, we're starting and helping on them.
Okay. Yes. And maybe my advice would be the same one. I would say keep putting your money on the best-selling.
Yes.
And don't, fashions, there are a lot of them. But just keep your brand. If it's those t-shirts, those things, and you say those one are selling, focus on that. And then to be able to say, because you are just new, and to say maybe in 5 years, I will add more things. But to be able, you see, if I see those t-shirts, to know that, this is the one from Tesila, Kaitesi is making them, so that you have an identity.
Yes.
But otherwise, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Tesla Collection, ladies and gentlemen, even those who are watching us on YouTube. We are done with presentation, and the next is the judgment and discussion between judges. They are going to step out the room and discuss in 15 minutes, and then they come back to announce the winner. The winner will be announced by the CEO of AOG, and then in the meantime, while our judges are going to take decision, we are going to be enjoying music with BM singers. So enjoy the music, actually. Thank you.
Hello.
Mwiriwe, nitwa Emi Mugisha, tugiye gufatanya kuririmba no kwishima.
Yes, hello, Mezebte. Mezebte, our contestants, Mezebte. How are you feeling, guys? And just chill, easy. It's gonna work out. So, what we're enjoying, this is more of a fun time and fun. So, enjoy.
Ndishima uwo munsi umenya nzanarira ubwo nzakubitira hasi mbere y'Imana
yahimbye.
By the way, I'm Patrick. It's my name. On the piano, we have Mr. Emi, and also our beautiful lady here called Happy. So this is it. So of course, as AOG is supporting talented youth, we also in the part of music and crafts and things related to that. So that's why we also got just things being made. Dealing with yeah. So we have a good talent here, and let's enjoy with him.
kubajyana muri gakondo abayizi muramfasha
Fans ba gakondo mugire gutya
umwe
Bemuntu wese ukunda reka ngire icyo nkwibariza hari ikintu wabonye cyo kurutira urukundo ndukundo iyo wowe nugira imana mukihuriza imitima uraye usaba imana utijyama bikaguma ndugukunda iyo bavuga yuko abeza baziruka mu myaka yose nyamara wohogoza n'umwabura agahinduka bituma murata nyampinga y'igikundiro bituma murata nyampinga y'igikundiro bavuga yuko abeza baziruka mu myaka yose nyamara wohoza n'untabura agahinduka bituma murata nyampinga y'igikundiro bituma murata nyampinga y'igikundiro wakuzi neza wewe byiza bihaza cyane uko mata ibabere zikundisha isi bituma murata nyampinga y'igikundiro bituma murata nyampinga y'igikundiro bavuga yuko abeza bariruka mu myaka yose nyamara wohogoza n'untabura agahinduka bituma murata nyampinga y'igikundiro bituma murata nyampinga y'igikundiro murakoze cyane
Do you want more? You want another rap? You want another rap? Yeah. So, muri mwese n'indukiririmbo se. Who sings? If you got a song, you're also welcome to come and join us. We make it a simple and enjoy your stay.
Another round. This was amazing. This is so nice. And where is competitors actually? I can't see them. Tech Adopters, Barari, Cora Plus, Suntech Technologies, Kevin Catering, where is she? Tesla Collections. Can the protocol help us to have them in the room before we announce the winner? Please help us. You can be playing the guitar just for a minute while we're waiting for them.
See one of my sons or daughters. This is one of my daughters here, filming here. I didn't know I would meet her here. And I believe that if you believe in God, you know that all of us, we are born for a purpose. We have a purpose, we have something to do on this earth before we pass on, and we pass on the mantle to somebody else. So, one of the missions of AOG is to make sure that by 2030, some of the most influential people might be a social entrepreneur. And this could not happen without events like the one we are having today, with people of great influence. Benjamin, Wilson, Isabel, we thank you so much. I think you are great inspiration for everybody, for the young people here who want to make a difference, and most importantly, ensure that with whatever they do, with whatever idea they have, they will make sure that they impact other people. That's a little bit the whole idea or notion of social entrepreneurship. Our great president says that if you are not at the dining table, you will become the menu. And I think us here as Rwandans, we need to make sure that we are probably one of the smallest countries in Africa and also in the world, but I think the size of our country does not define us, but it's probably what defines us is mostly the size of our ideas, and equally important, our own resilience and self-reliance. So, I think if you are going to be a social entrepreneur, it is because you want to solve a certain problem. There is a problem that is out there, and that you want to make sure that you address it, and while addressing it, you are touching on the lives of a number of people. So as social entrepreneurs, or as future entrepreneurs, the most important thing is that you will never, ever give up. You need to push, you need to push, you need to push, and make sure that you are a person who becomes resourceful for other people. Jeff Bezos, who is the founder of Amazon, says that the size of your failure is also the size of your idea. And so the bigger your idea is, the bigger you are going to fail, and it's okay to fail. And each time you are going to fail, you are going to learn how to do things different. But most importantly, you will not give up. A lot of people, unfortunately, in our societies, venture into entrepreneurship or social entrepreneurship because they felt that everything else. But I think not. I think you should be a social entrepreneur, you should be an entrepreneur because you have a solution to offer. You have a problem you want to solve for society to take and to use. And so that is why AOG exists. AOG is a platform for young people to try out new ideas and to continue and to persevere. And I believe that today we had a winner, but most importantly, I think that everybody who came up here on stage that presented something, that gave your own presentation, everybody is a winner. So it's not so much about the check that you got, even though this one is very important, but it's about how much you believe in your own idea. I want to close today by each time I think of what we are talking about today, I think of the old, I'm sure you all know the story of the eagle. The eagle grows to become 40 years old, and at the age of 40, I would say he or she is pretty old. He can no longer fly, doesn't have the speed that he once had. He can no longer grasp or hold its own prey, and his beak is not as strong as it once was. And so at the age of 40, he has two choices. One, he can give in and die, or two, goes at a mountain top. And at the mountain top, it takes 5 months to sort of break off his own beak, to remove all of the feathers, and we call it plucks. Yes. And it takes about 5 months to grow back. And it is very, very, very painful exercise. Once it's successful, it gets back its youth. Successful, the 5 months suffering goes back sky, live on, and people can live. And so, if you are going to be a social entrepreneur, be ready to suffer, be ready to have setback, be ready to struggle. One thing, great people, not just here, founder, you have AOG organization is there for you and there to support you. So, bring here to those me very much. Bless you all.
Great. Another round of applause to the... Great. So, we are closing the event, but there will be some photo shoot from competitors and the judge and the CEO. So there will be a series of pictures to be taken here, but also we have something outside. So it's kind of something like reception. Meanwhile, we've been enjoying guitar people playing some music. So thank you very much. Some pictures here, then reception outside. See you next time.